You got everything right except the few words. Is everybody having a good time? Yes. Wait a minute. Somebody didn't hear me back there. Everybody having a good time? All right. I'm here to make sure you have a good time. So, one more time. Are you having a good time? All right. Now, tell me, is this the most beautiful wedding party you've ever seen in your life? How about a hand for this tuxedo? Thank you. There's going to be a few more words. I'm sorry about this, but this has been very trying for me. So, losing a daughter. Can you imagine that? Well, I had a friend. He had several daughters and sons, and he said to me, when a son marries, he becomes a husband. But when a daughter marries, she's always a daughter. Sorry for getting so melancholy about this. But I've been 14 months going over this. But I had a little therapy. What I did is I went through all the old pictures of Nancy and I and her friends and so forth. And I put together about 200 of them for you to see tonight. But I was making my CD, I hit the wrong, the oh shit button. Destroy them all. But, it's not all loss. I remember the most important. You have to bear with me a little bit, but I'd like you to experience my life with Nancy. I think if you can share that with me, I would feel so much better. So what I'd like you to do, and I have to use your imagination, assume there's a 60-inch flat screen right behind us. And I'm going to describe the pictures I was going to show all of you. And to try to make it a little easier on you, that means I change the slide. So I want to get right to it if you don't mind. I'll be very brief, and it's not 200. I narrowed it down. You'll have to see how many in a few minutes. The first slide I want you to see is the theme of this picture gallery, if you will. It's called My Life with Nancy, year to date. And if you look closely, here she is as a little baby looking at me, her eyes. I call that picture, she could have anything she wants if she played her cards right. Here she is, getting on the bus, first day of school. I walk her to the bus. I says, let me help you out. She says, no. Hold my books, I get up myself. I call this a mind of her own. Next slide. We're at a camp on Keuka Lake at the YMCA for a weekend overnight with our daughters. She promised me, but 2:30 a.m., she woke me up. I have to go to the bathroom. Well, there's the boys' room right here, so I can't use the boys' room. There's the woods right there. I can't use the woods. I says, the ladies' room is a football field on the other side. We have to walk through. She says, I got to go to the ladies' room. Here's the picture. It's sweeter than that. We're holding hands. We're walking through the woods, and we're talking about life. I call this picture precious. Teenager, lots of hair. Every day. Oh, every day. This way, that way, this side, down, round, curly. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Call me. I said, why do you bother? She says, when I look good, I feel good. I call this one smart girl. Next thing you know, she's in college. And I want you to see this picture. She's doing field work on social studies. Is a party. Here's the next one. More social work. in a party. One more, and who's that bartender? At the local bar, guess who's bartendering? I call this one my little entrepreneur. Then the boyfriends started to show up. Boyfriends. Dwight, I'm sorry. I didn't know I had that many in there. She finally said she was in love. And she had fallen in love. And the next slide is when she announced that she is going to marry Dwight. The next slide, next picture, is Carol and James when Dwight announced he was going to marry Nancy. Next picture. We know they're in love. We finally accept the idea. They really love each other, enjoy each other, want to be together. The next slide is Carol Battles, his mother. She has 3 sons, and she's saying in this picture, I finally have a daughter. Here's a picture of me. I title this one, What Did I Get? Oh, I'm sorry. What did I get? I'm sorry. But it's not all lost. Here's my next picture. And if you look carefully, it's Dwight and I hugging. Yes, we're hugging. If you look closely, hey, Leo, are you looking closely? If you look closely, you'll see it looks like my hand's on his fanny. But it's not. It's on his wallet. And I realize he's going to help me support the lifestyle Nancy's been accustomed to. Now, the title of this picture of us hugging is My New Best Friend. Finally, these are many pictures. They're all blank. And these are the pictures that Dwight and Nancy will fill in the rest of their lives. And my wish is that all of us will participate in these new memories. Thank you, and God bless you. I have one last line here. Okay. As your host, I would like to welcome, on behalf of Judy and I, James and Carol, and of course the new bride and groom, Dwight and Nancy, we welcome you. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. We want you to have a great time. Please be careful, of course. And again, God bless you. Have fun.